So what is civil discourse, you might ask? According to dictionary.com, civil discourse is the communication of thought through words. And it's through talk and conversation. But according to the University of Arizona, civil discourse is a robust, honest, frank, and constructive dialogue and deliberation that seeks to advance the public interest. So the history of civil discourse in the news is people have been using the opinion pages for a very long time to tell people what they think of issues. And that if you look at the comment section of the news sometimes, you can see little arguments between people. Civil discourse first appeared in colonial America, and Ben Franklin conveyed this through his Pennsylvania Gazette. His Pennsylvania Gazette recorded the weather, and it also recorded his opinions about things. So that was some of the earliest forms of civil discourse in the United States that are documented. The connotations of civil discourse in all our culture are people think civil discourse is bad. But the truth about it is civil discourse is a way to convey our opinions in a peaceful, productive manner to change other people's minds and to make the world a better place and increase our knowledge. And people often associate civil discourse with politics, and people don't often associate with the news, but it's often very prevalent in the news.
Civil discourse is in journalism, most notably within the opinion pages and political sections of newspapers, and some television talk shows and news broadcasts. Some respected newspapers, television programs, and magazines that contain civil discourse are the New York Times, The Economist, The New Yorker, The Huffington Post, The Guardian, Le Monde, which is French, The Washington Post, People's Daily, which is Chinese, The Telegraph, 60 Minutes, The Anderson Cooper Show, and TED Talks. A journalist of today who engages and influences civil discourse is Maureen Dowd of The New Yorker, or The New York Times. She takes bold claims on the issues of today and holds influence over political debates. She is known for her gritty reporting and her Washington contacts. By asking provocative and difficult questions in her writing, she encourages others to engage in political debate.
Civil discourse in the media can shape the opinions of the public because millions of people look to the media as their main source of credible information. Civil discourse should be taught in schools. Examples of civil discourse in the media and in-class discussions should be used to help students understand the topic and its prevalence in our society. The material shown would have to be appropriate and the sources credible. We need to be mindful and respectful when engaging in civil discourse. As our society progresses, freedom of speech begins to morph with it. Today, there are so many outlets for the average American to engage in civil discourse. From this, many conflicting opinions arise, but people can often become closed-minded and set in their ways. We must practice polite civil discourse with our fellow citizens if we want any real change or compromise to occur.
Put a smile on your face. You should not look like the person who you're interviewing is your enemy. Use polite words even if you don't agree with them.
I see your point, but I disagree.
No! You are wrong! And I am right!
Do not call them names. Be formal. Use Miss, Mr., and Miss.
Miss Chung?
Oh, hey, Emma, you...
You should not yell at each other during interviews because yelling makes people feel bad and will lead to a closed-minded conversation.
I am right! Stop doing that to me!
Do not imply that people with different opinions than you are wrong. Just listen to them politely.
I see why you like ice cream so much, but I still think cookies are better.
No. Ice cream is the best thing ever in your life. No, you're wrong. Totally wrong.
Listen to others respectfully. Show interest by nodding your head and maintaining eye contact.
You know, I think ice cream is the best thing ever in the world, and nothing else can compete with it. It's just a top thing. You cannot live without ice cream.
I see your point, but I still think cookies are better. You know, you can bake cookies.
喂，我
put
跟我
them
专访
with
啊，我
ice
知道，哎，
cream.
等会儿再跟你说，好好，我知道，哎，
You
好，哎
can
，OK
put them in
OK，再
sandwiches.
见，哎
You
呦，
can
我
make
知道了。
different kinds of cookies.
Excuse me? Do you see my headphones up here?
They're right there.
Oh, thank you.
Still, cookies are better.
What?
Cookies are better.
Oh.